Hello everyone, my name is Hers and I am going to discuss about the MERN Stack internships by Webstack Academy. My email ID is mail2hers22@gmail.com. So this is the offer letter of my WSA internship dated 1st July 2024, and now I am going to discuss about the goals of the internship. The goal of this MERN Stack internship was to learn how to build and run a website using different technologies. This included understanding how the front end and backend work together. So here is the index of what I have learned during this internship. First of all, some basics of HTML and CSS, and then move to the JavaScript learning. The topics covered are as follows: the basics of JavaScript, DOM concepts, CRUD operations in DOM like create, read, update, and delete. Then some React basics and insights of the React. Then move to the project development, and during the project development learn about the Redux, and then dynamic features like filtering, routing, actions, reducers, etc. in Redux. User management like register, login, profile, and forgot password like things. Then card functionality, implementation and completion. Then also done payment in the project using the Stripe. And then final order details that we have ordered in the project. Now talking about the learning of the HTML. So first of all, why do we need HTML? HTML hypertext markup language is the structured language used to create and design web pages. It provides the structure and layout for web content, allowing browsers to display text, images, links, and other multimedia elements. HTML is essential because it structures content, defines headings, paragraphs, lists, and other content types, ensuring a coherent and organized presentation. Then links resources, allowing linking to each other pages, external resources, or multimedia files, creating a connected web experience. Forms data enables the creation of forms for user input such as contact forms or search bars. So here is a basic syntax of the HTML tag. First of all, doc type means document type of the HTML. Then the starting HTML tag and closing HTML tag. Then we have the head tag. In head tag we provide the title of the our web page, and also the internal CSS is also applied here only. Then we have the body tag. So it whatever we written in the body tag, that is our structure of the web page. So now I will talk about the CSS basics that I have studied in this internships. So first of all, the question is that why do we need CSS? CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. Is used to control the appearance and layout of web pages written in HTML. It separates content from design, allowing for a cleaner, more maintainable code structure. CSS is essential because it styles content, define the visual presentation of HTML elements, including colors, fonts, spacing, and positioning, enhances layouts, allowing for flexible and responsive design that adapt to different sizes and devices, improves user experience, providing consistent styling across different pages and devices, enhancing usability and aesthetic appeal. So overall, CSS is basically helps in designing the overall web pages, for better user interaction. So there can be three ways to include CSS into our HTML. So first is inline styles. CSS can be applied directly within an HTML element using the style attributes. For example, here we can see that there is a p tag in which we have applied the style, that is color blue, font size 16 pixel. So this is the inline style CSS. The next is internal styles. So CSS can be included within a style tag inside the head section of an HTML document. So the CSS which is applied inside the head element head tag of the HTML in the style tag, that is known as the internal CSS. And the syntax, we can see here there are one starting tag and the one closing tag, in which we have applied body color light gray, and properties of CSS on H1, that is color navy, and margin left 20 pixel. The next one is external C styles, that is applied in an outside file and is included through this link tag into our HTML web page. So these are the three types of CSS. Now we will talk about the JavaScript. So here is the introduction of the JavaScript. JavaScript is a high-level language, interpreted programming language primarily used for adding interactivity to web pages. It runs in the browser and allows you to create dynamic and responsive user experience. So what are the variables in JavaScript? Variables are used to store data that can be used and manipulated throughout your script. In JavaScript, variables are declared using var, let, or const. So var is function scoped and can be reassigned. Let is block scoped and can be reassigned. Const is block scoped and cannot be reassigned. So talking about the functions in JavaScript, functions are block of code designed to perform a specific task. They can take input and return output. Functions are declared using the function keyword. So talking about the control structures, so there are conditionals like if, else, if, and else are used to execute code based on conditions. Now talking about the loops, so there are three loops in JavaScript: for, while, and do while loops that are used to repeat code multiple times. So now talk about the JavaScript's DOM concept and CRUD operation in DOM. So the basics is that JavaScript is a versatile programming language used for adding interactivity and dynamic content to web pages. It allows you to manipulate HTML elements, handle events, and perform calculations. DOM concepts, the document object model. So DOM stand for document object model, represents the structure of an HTML document as a tree of objects. So it will represent the element of the HTML into a tree form. JavaScript can interact with the DOM to dynamically update content, modify elements, and respond to user interaction. So basically, JavaScript is used to make the HTML dynamic. CRUD operations create, read, update, delete. In JavaScript, CRUD operations involves manipulating data on a web page. This includes creating new element, reading and displaying data, updating existing content in the HTML, and deleting elements as we needed. So now talking about the React. So here is the React basics. So first of all, React introduction. Why do we use React? React is a JavaScript library used for building user interfaces, particularly single page applications where you need a responsive and dynamic experience. If allow developers to create reusable UI components and manage the state of an application efficiently. Components. React applications are built using components. Components are reusable, self-contained piece of the UI that can be nested, managed, handled independently. They can be either functional components, simpler components that are defined as JavaScript functions, or maybe class components, more complex components that are defined as JavaScript classes. So now talking about the JSX. So JSX stands for JavaScript XML, is a syntax extension that allow you to write HTML-like code within JavaScript. It makes it easier to create and visualize the component structure. So basically, JSX is JavaScript code in which we can write HTML. So now talking about props. Props stands for short for properties, are used to pass data from parent components to child components. They are read-only and help in customizing the behavior and appearance of components. State. State is a built-in object that stores data or information about the component's current situation. Unlike props, state is managed within the component and can be managed using the setState method or the useState hook. So now talking about the event handling in the React. React provides a way to handle user interactions through event handlers. These handlers are passed as props to components and can be used to execute functions in response to user actions. Hooks. React hooks are functions that let you use state and other React features in functional components. Common hooks includes useState and useEffect. UseState hook manages state in functional components, and useEffect handles side effects such as data fetching or manual DOM manipulations. Talking about the routing in React, React Router is a library used to handle routing in React applications. It allows you to define different routes and navigate between them. So talking about the Redux, Redux, here is a brief introduction of the Redux. Redux is a state management library commonly used with React applications to manage the state in a predictable way. It helps in handling the state of an application across various components, ensuring that data flow and state changes are predictable and consistent. Core concepts. So here is the core concept of Redux. So one is store, the central repository for state in a Redux application. The store holds the entire state tree of the application and provides methods to access the state, dispatch actions, and register listeners. Now talking about the actions, plain JavaScript objects that describe changes to be made to the state. Actions typically include a type property and optionally a payload with additional data needed to perform the update operation. Now talking about the reducers. So reducers are functions that specify how the state changes in response to the action. Reducers take the current state and an action as arguments and return a new state. Dispatch. The dispatch method used to send actions to the store. When an action is dispatched, Redux processes it through the reducers to update the state. Middleware. Functions that extend Redux capabilities, such as logging actions, handling asynchronous operations, or performing side effects. Common middleware includes Redux Thunk and Redux Saga. Now talking about the Node.js. So here is the brief introduction of Node.js. So Node.js is a runtime environment that lets us to run JavaScript on the server side. Built on Chrome's V8 JavaScript engine, it is known for its non-blocking I/O, handles multiple operations simultaneously without waiting for each to complete. Event-driven architectures uses events and callbacks to manage asynchronous operations. Single-threaded model efficiently manages many connections with a single thread. NPM comes with a package manager for managing libraries and dependencies. So now talking about the Express.js. Express.js is a minimal and flexible web application framework for Node.js that provides a robust set of features to include web and mobile applications. It simplifies server-side development and offers a range of tools to handle HTTP requests and responses. Key features of Express.js are as follows. Routing manages different endpoints using route handlers for various HTTP methods: get, post, put, delete, etc. Middleware functions that execute during the request response cycle, enabling tasks such as login, authentication, and request parsing. Templates supports template engines like EJS, Pub, and handlers for rendering dynamic HTML view. Error handling provides a straightforward way to handle and manage errors using custom middleware. So here is a simple example of Express.js. You can see we first require the Express from Express. Now we are storing Express in a constant named as app. Now we will use app for Express in this complete file. So here we set the server at port number 3000 with the help of app.listen. Now we are sending hello world through result.send by at the route slash means home route by using the method dot get method. Now talking about the databases, in database we have used MongoDB, that is a NoSQL database that stores data in a flexible JSON like format called BSON, binary JSON. It is designed for scalability, performance, and ease of use. Now, basic concepts about the database. So, database, a container for collections. Each database is independent and can have its own set of collections. Collection. Now, talking about what is collection, a group of MongoDB documents. Collections are similar to tables in relational databases but are schema-less, means they have no particular structure. Now talking about the document, the basic unit of data in MongoDB represents as a JSON-like object. Each document is a set of key value pair which performs CRUD operations, means create, read, update, and delete. Create means insert documents into a collection. Read, query and retrieve documents from a collection. Update, modify existing documents. Delete, remove documents from a collection. So now talking about the project, that is food order project. In this there are three parts of this project: front end, back end, and database. So for front end we have used these much technologies. First of all, we have used HTML for structuring the web page including layout and content. Now for designing purpose we have used Bootstrap, which provide pre-designed components and styles for a responsive and visual appealing design. Now we have used JavaScript, which adds interactivity and dynamic content to the web pages. We have used React to build the user interface components and manages states for dynamic user interactions. Redux is used to manage the application state across different components for consistent data flow. User management handles user registration, profile management, and password recovery functionalities. Now talking about the cart functionality, implements and manages the shopping carts UI and operations. Uh, Now talking about the payment method, for payment we have used Stripe, integrate Stripe for secure payment processing. Order details renders and submit order details to the backend. For backend we have used Node.js and Express.js. Node.js runs the server-side code and handles asynchronous operations. Express.js manages routing, middleware, and server-side logic for API endpoints. For database, we have used MongoDB, stores and manages user data, orders, and product information in a flexible, schema-less format. Additional tools, Mailtrap manages email functionalities for updating user profiles and other functionalities and notifications. Now let's see an overview of the project. This is the architecture of the project. So we have three files: backend, database, and front end. So basically we mostly work on front end, so I am going to discuss the architecture of the front end now. So in this we have these much files: node modules that are predefined modules, then public. In public we have the basic the starting index.html file, so close it. Now basically more work is done in src folder. So there are four further folders and one app.jsx files from our project starts. So this is the so all routes are written here only. So now discuss about the src folder architecture. So in src folder, these four files are also in src folder. Further, there are these four folders. In action folder, we have written the action of the for the Redux. This is the component. In this component, we have the uh, cart folder. In cart folder, we have two files, cart.jsx and order.success, as we have seen in the project. And in layouts, we have uh, more items such as the header, home, loader, menu.jsx, message, restaurant, search, count, food item, etc. Menu. In order, we have list order and order details, as we have seen in the project overview, that we have the order details in order when we click on the profile. In users, we have these much pages: login.jsx, register.jsx, profile, new password, forgot password, and update profile. In constants, we have the constants written here as, and in this we have cart reducer, menu reducer, order reducers, restaurant user reducer, etc. So that's all about the architecture of the project. So it is the overview of our project. This is the home page. Here we can see that is coming 8 restaurants. So in total, this is the count of the restaurants that is present in our database at the moment. So here we can also see that these are the 4 restaurants, and these are 4 plus 4 is 8. So overall there are 8 restaurants present in our database right now. So now talking about these things, so these are the 3 filters on the basis of which we can filter out the restaurant. So first of all, we can see that this is the filter for pure veg. So if we click on this pure veg, so the restaurants is filtered out to be the pure veg. So let's click on it. So here we can see that only Haldiram is the pure veg restaurants present in our database right now. And also we can see that pure veg button, it changes into the show all button now. So if we click on this show all button, so all restaurants comes, and the button changes to the pure veg. So here is the second filter, that is sort by reviews. So it sort the restaurants on the basis of the number of reviews. So if we click on this sort by reviews, so here we can see that it sorts the restaurants on the basis of non-ascending order of the non-descending order of the reviews of the restaurant. So here we can see that there are 12,800 reviews, and second one is 1025 845. So it is non-ascending order. Click on sort by reviews again, so it will do nothing. So if we click on sort by rating, so it sorts the restaurants on the basis of the rating. So it has 5 stars, it has some less than 5 star. This is 4.5, 4 point, less than 4.5, less than 4 4.5. This is 4 star. So these are the 3 filters. So now move to the login button. So here we can see that on login button, here is the new user button. So click on new user, enter the name. So I will take a dummy name, that is let's take Siri. Email siri@gmail.com. Let's take password, some random password, confirm password, and phone number. Let's take some random phone number. So for now I am skipping the avatar page. So click on the register. So here we can see that the user came here, Siri. So click on profile. So here is the profile. This is the dummy profile. Here is the name coming. Here is the full name, Gmail, and, date on which the user is created. Okay. Now go to the home page. So now go to any restaurant so that we can understand the functionality of our card. Click on any restaurant. So if we click on any restaurant, then its menu came as we have clicked on the Haldiram's restaurant. So here is charts, here is main course, here is anytime. So these three types of food are available in Haldiram. So let's add to cart. So here we can see that as soon as we click here add to cart, here the count cart is updated. Let's see another add to cart. So here count is updated. So we can also increase the count quantity. So if we increase the quantity, the cart number will not increase because the product are two. Only the quantity of one product is changes. So here we can add items and remove items too. If the item is 1, then if we click on minus, so the cart count will be decreases, and also this changes to this button. So let's click. So here we can see the cart count is reduces and the button is also changes. So let's add to cart, the button is changed. So let's add some more items. Okay, this is for now. Now click on cart. Here we can see that these three items is coming in the cart. Also we can remove the item from here. Also we can see that three quantity of these and the total is coming here. Total 5 units, 3 to 5. So if we remove some item, let's remove this. So total is also reduces, count also reduces. So now let's go to the checkout. So it will take some time to go to the payment page as we are using Stripe here. So let's write some dummy name, Sri, India, address India, city Delhi, pin some random pin, state the number. Uh, let's take a random card number that is given by the Stripe itself. Let's take some random date, some coming date. Let's take some random CVC and now click on pay. So it will take us to the successful order page. So it will take some time. So here we can see your order has been placed successfully. So click on go to orders. So here my order has been. So uh, if we click here, so we can see that our order is in processing. Or total items. Also we can go to our orders from here also. Orders, same page will come, nothing different. So if we click here, we can see that here is coming processing. So if we change it from our database, let's see by changing. So the order is by the name Sri and total is 554. So let's see in our database whether it is coming or not. 554. Oh, so here is the 554. So let's change it to delivered. Update it. Let's now see our refresh it. So here we can see that delivered is coming here. Let's go to the home. So here we can see that a token is coming here. So as soon as we log out, this token should be removed. So logout, click on logout. So the user is logout. Now we will see that it is in no cookies here. So the user is logged out successfully. So this is the brief overview of this project, code project. So that's all from my side. Thank you.